Welcome Gemini to your October reading with me. Guys, that was the Heart Chakra Bowl meditation sound bath to begin your reading. So this is for October 2019. In October we have the Halloween on the 31st of October. The Sun goes into Scorpio on the 23rd. We have Pluto going direct in Capricorn and Mercury going retrograde, among other plenty of planetary alignments and things as well anyhow. So this month every zodiac sign is going to be getting a different format or style or cards, just depending on whatever comes forward or what feels right for your reading. So Gemini, I thought we would start your reading with this, the Angels of Atlantis, just to see what angelic vibrational frequency we can get in for your reading. And that can be something that you can focus on for the month ahead. It'll be a sort of colour ray, if you like, because the angelic vibrational frequencies are a colour. They are like depicted on these cards, an orb of energy. So let's see for Gemini who is coming in to offer them support or be with them during any time of the month when they might feel the need for facilitation or support or nurture. So for Gemini, which angelic presence is going to be coming in? Jophiel, and that is liberation, and it is coming to you through a golden yellowy ray of light, and that is very much like this honey orb here, honey calcite glow, very similar energy coming in. So with that in mind, we will put that up towards the back of the reading for you, and we will start with this deck of tarot. It's a full tarot deck, and it is a tarot of cards that are designed with color frequency for the chakra energies, and that was a first jumper for you. So let's see what you are starting with. The Ace of Pentacles, very nice beginning. Most readers and people who know a little bit about tarot would understand that that generally means some positive benevolence around financial or money sector. Possibly for some of you this is ideas about your money, how you're receiving money or how you're spending it. This can also be tied in with your careers, with what direction you're going in. So for some of you this could be a new career opportunity, or possibly a pay rise or a dividend or a payout. Sometimes for some people it's a small inheritance or a windfall even coming your way. So keep your eye out for things around your finances and some sort of shift or change in direction that could take you in a positive place. So if some of you have had problems with finances, as if there has been a little bit of lack or as if things have been a bit stuck, they could be coming, and I want to say this not in a bad way, they could be coming unglued. And that was for those of you who had been stuck. So I don't mean unglued as in a bad way, but freeing things up. We also see that the colour border of that card is this orangey red. Your base border also means that's the sacral chakra area. Hello my darling, this is Enzo. If any of you had been watching the video that I posted a few months back, and he had suffered going blind, but with lots of intervention and help and work from also from a lot of my clients too, and people I've met online, just sending him prayers and goodwill and energies, healing energies. He has in fact come around really quite well, and he has a lot of his vision back now. It's unusual for him to come in during readings anymore, so I think when a pet turns up, their presence or a message from a pet or an animal in your life might be really relevant. Something that is going on with your pets perhaps. For some of you there might be a message there from a pet who has passed over the other side, just letting you know that they are still around, or possibly getting a new pet, or something that your own pet in your home wants attention or needs some sort of extra attention one way or another. But if we come back to what we were saying here, that this orange colour is the sacral chakra area, which is our creativity and where we gain our ideas and our passion and excitement for life from, which is clearly what Enzo was actually showing by coming up onto the table and interacting, his excitement for living and a bit of passion going on. So this is for Gemini. We'll carry on with the reading. And what would you like to show Gemini for the month ahead for October? What is most relevant for them to learn and understand as the month comes into action? I have changed my shuffling style. I think most of you can see that, and I do note that I tend to get a lot more jumper cards this way, and I quite like jumpers because it means there's no person or energy other than nature or natural devices selecting the cards. Wow, you guys have another ace, the Ace of Wands and the King of Coins. So something seems to be providence in your reading going on here with these two aces, both in the same color chakra area, the sacral chakra, which is where the aces will reside in that particular area. But you've also got this King of Coins sitting there with this money in his lap as well. Some of you are going to do quite well in terms of some sort of monetary perspective in the month. Now it could be money, it could be career or career opportunities or advancement or a pay rise or remuneration or something that you've been doing, possibly even if you've been waiting on a payment or a payout of some sort. Some of you might be about to receive that. I'm thinking of things like, have you been wanting to sell something big, or have you been wanting to transfer money from offshore to where you're living, or is money being sent via this guy, this person, the King of Coins? He could be a lawyer, an accountant. Some of you may be getting money back from a tax refund or a business that you've sold, or business shares, or property, or bringing money off from offshore. Something like that for some of you is where this all plays out as well. But what a lovely start to your reading, and what fantastic colours. The vibrational energy there is pretty amazing. And in fact, we didn't really touch too much on Jophiel's message of liberation, and liberation is freedom. You know, is it freedom from the shackles of finances or from the shackles of something that's held you back one way or another? Because all of the aces represent freedom. They represent new beginnings, you know, flying into something new, having the freedom to make choices about a new direction or a new pathway. These two, that they came out right next to each other, have both got these golden orbs, whereas this pentacle is more of the purple colour, which makes me think of the third eye, which makes me think of some sort of synchronistic event, or tuning into your higher self or awareness and having faith in something that you're doing, which could create this liberation or freedom as well. So great start to your reading. I'm not sure what's in store for, you know, you as individuals, each of you, but for a lot of you there's positivity around, and definitely this freedom from something that you've been I don't know that you've been chasing it, but maybe it has been holding you back or stopping your flow of creativity, because this sacral colour that's coming through here is very creative and passionate. Maybe it was freedom from separation from a partnership, like a divorce coming through, and the monies have finally been separated, like a house might have been sold and you have now got the money coming in from a property that you have separated from. Although generally these two aces don't necessarily infer that. They're much more stealthy, if you like. They're much more solid based. But now we have the Three of Swords, which, when we were just talking about emotional perspectives and freedom from something such as a relationship or liberation from a relationship, that's exactly what the Three of Swords could be saying. And then you received the Sun, which is a major arcana. So the Three of Swords can often turn up when something like a divorce has taken place, or a separation has occurred, or the walking away from something, even sometimes a business perspective. So this can mean that there has been pain attached to the heart area, but that it was something that was chosen to be enacted upon from yourself or from another party member. If you're in a situation where you would like the relationship to remain and there's some sort of pain that's being caused around feeling as though there will be a loss in a relationship, whether it's a close romantic one or a more platonic one, this card does talk to us about the need to have remedial talks and go into, you know, like consultation with people over what the problem may be to see if it can be solved. So there is that potential around you if some of you are still wanting to, even though this is all going on in the background, which seems really positive, if some of you are wanting, you know, maybe the liberation stands for peace within a relationship or bringing back harmony. So liberation from fighting or liberation from feeling choked or liberation from not being able to feel at peace or feel the love. There is a possibility that can be resolved through way of talking or some form of resolution with counselling or therapists who may be able to help resolve it. The Sun is a beautiful card that has come in for you. She holds her hand up under the bottom of the Sun. This card is again about new beginnings, the birth of something new, having freedom or liberation or power, like these aces, to explore and to set the passion into this brand new project or idea. You guys have got incredibly powerful messages coming through, starting off with this one at the very first. You know, what's more powerful than your own personal freedom or liberation from something that has been either holding you back or holding you down or draining you or preventing you from showing your true self as well. So the Sun can be about brand new potentials, brand new directions or desires or schemes or businesses or opportunities, again like the aces. So you have a lot of power in here pertaining to starting something new. Now sometimes this can even be love and romance for some of you. So this may have come in, you may be freeing yourself up through liberation. You are obtaining freedom from the pain of a broken heart, and it is on the way to being mended with all this new capacity coming in. And the Sun is the healing agent, enabling you to step forth and take the risk again and go, yes, I'm ready to feel love or passion or desire or set my dreams in the pathway walking forth regards a new career or a change of ideas or a change in direction or believing in myself. So really powerful opportunities here for you guys in any of the directions that you are headed in. Let's just see a little bit more for Gemini with this deck as we move into October. Certainly getting a lot of positive, and you know, if you guys are in a place where you're thinking to yourself, oh well, my life isn't positive, I do feel trapped, or I do have no money, look at these cards and then see how you can find some of these possibilities for liberation or freedom or passionate ideas or regaining your you know, creativity and setting that back in running force again, because there is something within you that has got a lot of capacity for success. So one more here for Gemini for October. Oh, and we even got the heart chakra bowl singing in there from the cards that hit it. So you've definitely got something going on with the heart as well, because we started the reading with the heart chakra bowl, which is what allows the heart to be activated, if you like, with the sound meditation at the beginning of the reading. So we're playing into the energies of the heart. So the heart is where we feel our depth of emotion from. So with the heart chakra bowl that had just been pinged there, and I don't think you can see it, it's just slightly off the screen, but the heart chakra bowl was just sitting to the side, and these two cards that shot out hit the bowl and made that noise. So we have the Queen of Coins, more money, and she is here with her partner, the King of Coins, and the Nine of Cups, which is the wish card. My goodness, it's like you guys have it's like you guys have won lotto. So maybe some of you could even be in for some, you know, I'm not saying a big giant win, but some of you may have like a bit of a windfall in October, and lotto, a little bit of lotto may come your way. So don't think I'm talking the great big wins, but there's a lot going on here for you guys in terms of sorting out your finances, or having something clear up, or going in a new direction, or finding some positivity. This is the partnership, the Queen and King of Coins. So there's a potential meaning in here that when the court cards come in, they can actually be people. So this could be a partnership in your life. This may be relatives, such as it could be parents, or it could be grandparents, or aunties or uncles, or nieces and nephews, or anything, cousins. They could be people who are supportive and nurturing towards you. So there might be even some really fond support or generosity from people you know in your life. If they're not direct blood family members, they could be strong friends one way or another, or part of your community that you are sharing your life with. Both of these, he deals very much in the entrepreneurial world. He's very good to go to about talking about business affairs or starting up businesses, and that's why sometimes he represents lawyers or accountants or mentors in the financial sector. And this one here, like his wife, and technically of course it doesn't have to be his wife in real life, but in the cards they're married together. She's very opulent and she's a great hostess. They both resemble earth sign people, so these may be earth sign people in your life as well, and both of them hold the potentiality to be new friends, very deep friends, or even potential romantic partners for those of you who were looking, because the sun often bodes new romance as well as fertility and conception of pregnancies. But the Queen of Coins is often about attending functions as well, so going somewhere where there is great enjoyment and pleasure in the sensuality of life, and that's dressing in fine clothes and going out to a function where there's wining and dining and music. And sometimes I think of celebrity events when these type of cards turn up as well. So there's a possibility for some of you, you may be involved in a public event that's quite not necessarily famous, but it could have some celebrities with it, or political people that turn up, and it's quite a big occasion or event. But then the Nine of Cups came out as well, along with the Queen of Coins, of course. And the Nine of Cups, we're back in this creative energy again. You've had 3 in the creative sector, 2 of which have been aces. And the aces are, like anything in any game of cards, the aces are very benevolent and positive and hold a lot of high power. So the Nine of Cups is the wish card. It's saying your dreams can come true. If you apply yourself, get your creative mojo back on, dig deep and get some passion back in your life and get some flow and activity. And these things are here for you in this month of October. This freedom, this liberation. It's really, really exciting. You guys have had amazing turnout of cards, and we only really used the one deck. So perhaps we'll have a little look at, I'm thinking we'll come to this deck, the Doreen Virtue Daily Guidance deck, just to finish off your reading, because you've had such a superb reading. We don't need to know a lot more in many ways. I think it's up to you guys to really ponder what each of the cards mean and the messages behind it. Yeah, be honest with yourself if you haven't got liberation, or if you have been seeking it, or if you do need counseling, or if you are wanting to break free of a relationship or a situation that's been holding you back from your liberation and freedom. And remember, as I said, get your creative passions going and know that you have this ability to have your dreams set forth in a new direction, or even beginning again as we move into 2020. This reading could very much take you into 2020. And remember the sun as the mighty as the almighty power of energy that enables things to grow and begin. So this one here, be honest with yourself. Somewhere in there's a message that some of you perhaps haven't been facing part of a reality or part of something about your own needs. And we talked about that a little bit before when I said, have you not been able to be yourself? You know, did you need to fly free from something that has been holding you back? So one last card, I had them upside down, that's my bad. One last card for Gemini for October. And I do think this reading is quite relevant for you guys moving forward, planning your steps into 2020. Looks as though you've got plenty to be thinking about, especially in terms of new adventures and beginnings, directions and resources and sources. So one last one for Gemini. Almost like they're not going to give us one last one. Maybe they wanted to stop with that message. Be honest with yourself. It's one that makes you think closely, you know, makes you reconnect with your own needs, desires, and what you're doing with yourself and where you're headed and how you allow others to treat you. Look into your heart and you will know the truth of the situation. It is safe to admit the truth to yourself, for we will support and guide you through any necessary changes. Definitely changes coming, obviously. Lean upon us for courage and the strength to take good care of yourself. Focus only upon your true desires and they will come to you on angels' wings. And we did get one last jumper. It took a little while to arrive, but for Gemini, giving and receiving. The entire universe operates in cycles similar to your inhalations and exhalations. When you only exhale or inhale, you become out of rhythm with the universe. For optimal health, energy and replenishment, balance on each inhalation in your life with an exhalation. So yeah, giving and receiving, that could be something there for you about breathing as well, taking deep breaths, reconnecting with your breath. If some of you have had lung or heart problems, and that can be emotional as well as physical, you might need to spend a bit more time outdoors, reconnecting with nature. Take slow breathing, deep breathing as a way of cleansing and as a way of clarifying your thoughts and as a way of opening up your creative realm as well. So don't forget the aces that arrived, about the changes that can be coming in, and look into yourself and know that you will have support and, you know, your own courage to guide yourself in these new directions that you have coming. And just remember, the first card that arrived with these new directions will come liberation. So there we are, Gemini. I think you've had a lovely reading, pretty strong all up, fairly powerful. So thank you again for deciding to listen. I appreciate that you all do. I love doing these readings for you, and I trust that you gain much insight from them. Check your moon and rising signs because they will be very different from this reading. And I wish you the happiest of Octobers, and may you find this abundant financial opportunity that's coming your way. So remember to look for it and go hunting for it. Thanks guys, much love, namaste.